Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to prove to you that even the best brands can't get it right all of the time. You guys are probably used to be fangirling hard about some of my absolute favourite holy grail skincare brands, but even those brands do have their fails. And in today's video, I'm going to break it down and share with you the very worst products of my absolute favourite skincare brands. Hopefully, this will save you guys a little bit of coin and help you to avoid some of these products that I just don't think are worth the splurge. I'll of course be shouting out some of the best holy grail products from these brands as well. Sit back, relax, and let's talk the worst products from my favourite brands. Now, before we get into this, the usual caveats apply. You're probably bored of me saying this, but it goes without saying anyway, that when it comes to skincare, always use what works for you. Different products will work differently on different skin types. It's all about finding your perfect pairing and then clinging onto it like it's your very best friend. You might totally disagree with all of my product thoughts and feelings in this video. If you do, sound off in the comments section below. Whilst you're down there, just promise me that you'll give this video a big thumbs up and a like. Honestly, it supports me and the channel so much, and I would love you forever. But with all that being said, shall we cut the waffle and talk about these less than perfect products? Well, when it comes to my favourite skincare brand at the moment, it has to be Geek and Gorgeous. I love so many of their products, and I've recommended them consistently to you guys, and the feedback I've been given has been amazing too. I think everyone's falling in love with this brand. I'm absolutely here for it because they're drugstore to their core. They offer some fantastic formulations. They're not just that affordable price point, but I also think they're taken to the next level. Some of my favourites will be their A-Game Retinol, which is absolutely divine. I also love so much their liquid hydration, which is just a great hydrating mist. The one product that I just didn't like from their collection is this. This is the Bee Balm Niacinamide Serum. I just couldn't get to grips with this. I think niacinamide in general is a little bit overused. I never think anyone really needs a standalone serum unless you have a very specific reason for using it. This, I think, is the main problem with this product, but also the formulation wasn't quite there. It left a sheen on the skin, almost like a tacky feeling behind, which wasn't the most pleasant. And honestly, if you look at the rest of the steps in your skincare routine, they'll all have niacinamide in anyway. You really don't need this separate step. It is beautifully affordable, so you're not overpaying for this, but I still think, an unnecessary step is an unnecessary step, no matter how much you're paying for it. And this, for me, was the one hard pass in the whole Geek and Gorgeous line. The rest are absolutely stunning. Let's keep with the whole niacinamide theme as we come on to the one fail I want to call out from Face Theory. Now, I love Face Theory. Again, it's similar with Geek and Gorgeous. So many of the Face Theory products just work so well for me. They've got really great formulations, but also a really nice price point to go with them. And I've done quite a few reviews of the Face Theory collection. In fact, I'll leave a link to one of mine up there if you do want to check it out and explore it in more detail. For me, some of their night moisturizers are stunning. Their green tea mask is absolutely divine. I love their Regenicalm Retinol Serum. There's so many holy grail products. The one fail for me is this. This is the Porebright N10 Serum, their niacinamide serum. There's a couple of reasons. Well, the same goes with this as what went with that Geek and Gorgeous. I don't think you need a standalone niacinamide in your routine, so I think this product is slightly redundant. But more than just that, there's a couple of other issues. First and foremost, it's called out as having azelaic acid in here as well, which is one of the main reasons I bought it. Love azelaic acid. I think I'm one of the YouTube's biggest fangirls for this ingredient. So good for calming down inflammation, sensitivity, redness, and it also can help to tackle breakouts. However, if you read the small print on this, the actual concentration of azelaic acid is 0.5%. That's doing practically nothing for the skin. Really, you need to start a 5% to start seeing those results. Also, another issue that I kind of have with this one is, again, that niacinamide. I don't really think it needs to be in the skincare routine at all, specifically because Face Theory products do have a lot of niacinamide in anyway. So if you're reaching for Face Theory for your routine, you're getting that fix. You don't need it in a standalone serum. That, coupled with the fact that the azelaic acid is really marketing rather than actually delivering any quality benefits from it, this is just a firm pass for me. But check out that video I linked earlier because lots of the Face Theory collection are stunning. Now, when it comes to the one exception I'll make to always buy drugstore, it's NIOD. Sometimes in skincare, paying them a little bit more gets you a little bit more, and that's definitely the case with NIOD, one of my favourite brands. With the exception of one product, the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. This was actually the first product from NIOD that I tried, and yet somehow it didn't actually put me off. I still reached for more and more of their collection. But this, I'd say, is the one fail of the whole line. And the reason I'm calling this one out is that multiple molecular molecular weights of hyaluronic acid in here. I've learned over time that I'm a little bit sensitive to hyaluronic acid. That's not the same for everyone, that's specific to me. But I do like to minimize the amount in my skincare routine. Beyond just that though, everyone can be more sensitive to the smaller molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. They can go deeper into the skin and trigger more sensitivity. I think sometimes the appeal of that multi-molecular, it sounds scientific. It sounds like you're getting something extra, which is why we don't mind reaching out for this sort of price point hyaluronic. But honestly, going from lower molecular weights can just trigger excess redness and sensitivity. If you want hyaluronic acid in your life, honestly, just reach for something super drugstore and affordable. You just need that standard molecular weight that you can put on your skin. It'll act as a humectant, retain some of that moisture, and help to offset any dryness that you might have. I don't think anyone needs to reach for this product, and this is the one time where I'd say by paying more, you're not getting more when it comes to NIOD. A firm pass, but the rest of the line, absolutely divine. Now, sunscreen. Core component of your skincare routine. In fact, I always say there's no point doing the rest of your routine if you haven't got a good broad spectrum sunscreen to finish with, protecting the skin. We know all that. Hopefully that message has got across loud and clear. You need a sunscreen. Altruist sunscreens, some of my absolute favourite. £5 for a beautiful broad spectrum sunscreen. I love that because you can apply it as much as you need to. In the back of your mind, you're not saying, ooh, be a bit sparing with it because it's cost too much. I love a drugstore sunscreen. Altruist, they give to charity. The formulations are divine. It's just all round an amazing brand. With the exception of this product. This is the Altruist Anti-Redness and Pigmentation SPF 50. This is so bad. In fact, I only actually keep this on hand, so sometimes I think, should I go back and just give it another try? I try it and think, no. So this is, I think I've featured this on the channel before as a total fail, but it's worth repeating because I'd hate for anyone to actually buy this and want to try it for their skincare routine. So it comes out kind of green, if you can see that. It's designed to be a pigment corrector. If you blend this into the skin, it turns into, well, it changes colour, shifts colour, and turns into like a BB cream almost, if you can see that. It is so orange. It is so tangerine. It doesn't work for I don't know any skin tone that this would work for, and it leaves a really greasy film to the skin. It's really heavy and thick. It's like the opposite of all the other Altruist sunscreens. So I'm not sure why Altruist couldn't just take their amazing formulation and put a little bit of pigment corrector in there, a little bit of a tint, that if for people that actually want that. I don't know why they created this formulation and then, it's just so tacky and slimy, and that coloration, it's like Oompa Loompa orange. Nobody needs that, and it's such a shame because you know what, Altruist are A+ when it comes to their sunscreens. I covered all of my favourites and broke down their collection in a video which I'll link up there. Check that out because don't despair on their sunscreens. So good. But if you see this little green number lurking, don't be tempted because honestly, unless you have that exact shade of orange, you don't need this one in your life. Now we're going from the beautifully affordable when it comes to Altruist through to a brand that's a little bit more expensive. I'd say mid-market, maybe a little bit top tier, and that is Krave Beauty. Lots of people love it and they're only just becoming available here in the UK, which is why I've been trying more from them. I love that Oats So Simple moisturiser. Oats, calming, soothing, just a beautiful end to your skincare routine. I also love their light exfoliator. I think it's the Kalu Art. It's so good. It just, again, it does everything you want it to do in terms of an exfoliator, but doesn't leave you feeling red, irritated, or sore. So good. And then this product, which I had so high expectations for. This is the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. You guys went mad for this and said, honestly, Rob, you have to try this. It's so good. Finally got my hands on it and I was really excited. This stripped and dried like no other cleanser. It says here, gentle, non-stripping face wash. Okay, great, no. You got the exact opposite, and I was really surprised. I wanted to love this. I wanted to like it, and honestly, I reached for it twice and thought, no, this is just leaving me so dry at the start of my skincare routine. I just didn't want to continue to use it, and I think maybe I got like 2 or 3 uses out of it. This might work for some people. It might just be my skin, it doesn't, because I know a lot of people do like it. So sound off in the comment section with your thoughts and feelings on the Krave Matcha Hemp Cleanser, but this was a firm pass, and I was surprised because the rest of the line actually worked really well for me, and I think, we're really lightweight, gorgeously elegant products, and this one just missed the mark. I will applaud them though. I will give them a big shout out on their packaging. Their packaging is entirely recyclable, which I love. I think that's the direction we all need to go in with our skincare, and they've still managed to keep that gorgeous aesthetic at the same time as it being recyclable, which I love. So I'll call that out, but I'd say the whole line, this is a pass for me. Now I've got a couple of other brands that I want to mention. First and foremost, let's talk Dr. Sam Bunting. Now, I'm a huge fan of Dr. Sam. Her content here on YouTube is amazing. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below if you want to check her channel out. Definitely worth it because I've learned so much from her. In fact, she's the reason I have a love affair with azelaic acid. She first introduced me to it, never looked back. Absolutely love it. So when she came out with her own skincare line, I was one of the first to want to try it. It's a cleanser, divine, it's a moisturizer, so good. And there's two serums that sit between. The brightly serum and the nightly serum, AM and PM kind of. Except I find it's a little bit confused. The brightly serum, I adore. It actually says you can use this morning and evening, so it kind of, you don't feel like you need the nightly. And this is the one that I'm going to be calling out as the fail from the line. So the brightly serum, definitely get this in your life if you want some luminosity, some vibrancy to the complexion. It's got azelaic acid in here, which I love. It's got some other brightening components. And I'd say if you use this consistently for like a month period, you'll definitely notice that your glow game is through the roof and your skin confidence with it. I love this. I just don't think you need the nightly serum in your life. So this claims to have a lot of the same benefits as the brightly serum in the morning. But you know what? Other than being like a bit of a moisturizer with a few like niacinamide in there, I just don't think there's anything really that attracts me to this product. I would say you get better results using the brightly serum morning and night than you would alternating between these two. Also, it's one less product in your routine. So I'd say of all the collection, which is 10 out of 10, ding, holy grail territory, the one fail is the nightly serum. It might work for some people, but I just thought it was an extra serum I didn't really need. Now I'm going to end on The Ordinary, but before I get on to that, I'm going to call out Isn't-Tree. Now I love Isn't-Tree, their green tea fresh toner. Honestly, if you have oily acne prone skin like me, try that toner. It's so good. It's a really great antioxidant. It also keeps you matte all day long, and it really helps to minimize the amount of breakouts you have, as well as calming and soothing the ones that are there. I love that toner. So I wanted to try this one, which is the Isn't-Tree Hyaluronic Acid Toner Plus. This is just not in the same league. Honestly, this is terrible. The green tea fresh toner is perfection. The reason I say this is the one fail from the whole Isn't-Tree collection is because it's actually really irritating on the skin. They have an original hyaluronic acid toner. This is the plus, the one that came after. Reach for the original. So good. Hydrates you to the gods. Really nourishes the skin. This, you've got extra hyaluronic acid, different molecular weights, and as with the NIOD one that I called out, I think those additional molecular weights aren't actually doing anything other than pushing the price point up and potentially causing more sensitivity and irritation. I'd say if you want a hyaluronic acid toner, Isn't-Tree is great, but go for the original. This one is just not where it's at, which is why it's the one fail from a brand that honestly I absolutely love. I'm going to end on The Ordinary because you know what? No skincare video would be complete without a mention of The Ordinary. So many of their products were so good, but you know what? Like I say, this is all about saying that even the most perfect brand can have some fails. When it comes to The Ordinary, it's these products. They're powders. Now, this actually, the label came off. It got wet, the label came off. I think this, I have no idea because they look the same. I think this is the vitamin C powder. I can't use it because I literally have no idea. But they do an niacinamide and they do a vitamin C. Neither of them, they're messy. The scoop isn't the right size. It says to use like a quarter scoop. Who can measure that? Just give us a scoop that's like 1/4 the size of this one. Make our lives easier, The Ordinary. I think there was a lot of hype when these came out because people were like, ooh, something different, innovative, mix it at home. But now that we've kind of got past the hype, I think we look at them and think, it's a load of mess and faff that we don't need. Also, The Ordinary don't make it clear what to mix these with. So you're kind of at a little bit of a loss as to know what you should be mixing your vitamin C in to keep it high potency, not denature it. Also, vitamin C is very sensitive to pH. What do you mix that with? It's just too complicated. If you like vitamin C and you want to shop The Ordinary, honestly, get one of their derivatives, which are so good. In fact, I captured all my favourite vitamin Cs from The Ordinary in a recent video, which I'll link up there. Just reach for one of them. I don't think that powder is actually adding anything. They've got some better options in their collection that are more affordable. So yeah, the powder's a firm pass, but their latest launch is the salicylic acids, the duo, the anhydrous and the traditional. So good. So I'm not over The Ordinary. I love them. I think this was just a pass for me. So there you have it, guys. A rundown of my favourite skincare brands and the products from them that just missed the mark. I don't want you to be under the impression that I don't like these brands or walked away from them. Hopefully a little bit of fangirling alongside these fails has demonstrated I still love them. But for me, I just want to say, you know what, even the most perfect brand out there can have its failed products. I'd love to know your thoughts, feelings, opinions on anything mentioned in today's video. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, love your skin. Take care. Bye.